It's nearly impossible to think of the U.S. men's national team over the past 2 decades without picturing Jesse Smith. Smith is not only one of the most legendary defenders ever to play for Team USA, but is just the second athlete in the program's history to compete in 5 Olympic Games. As one of a long line of California water polo stars who grew up on Coronado Island near San Diego, he helped the Islanders win 3 CIF titles and was twice named San Diego Player of the Year. From there, it was off to Pepperdine, where he launched his All-American career and later earned Hall of Fame honors. Just as his scholastic career was thriving, Smith was a quickly rising star on the national team. He made his debut at the 2004 Athens Olympics when he was 21 and finished his Olympic run in Tokyo in 2021 at age 38. In between, Smith won 5 Pan American Games gold medals, 3 World League medals, and captured Olympic silver at the 2008 Beijing Games. Professionally, Smith was a highly sought-after transfer who capped up in Greece, Croatia, Montenegro, Italy, Turkey, Brazil, and Egypt. He competed for 7 years in the Champions League and twice made the Final Four. Domestically, he was a mainstay for the New York Athletic Club, helping the program to a variety of titles. After retiring, the father of 6 has remained entrenched in the game as head coach of Coronado High School and the Coronado Aquatics Club, while also volunteering for Pan Am Sports.
What always stood out about Jesse from the beginning were the fundamentals. And I think that was a result of Randy Burgess doing a really great job developing players. And then I think Jesse's dad helped him a lot with that too. And then as I got to know Jesse a little bit more, kind of watched what he was doing workout-wise, it all made sense, but what you noticed as a player immediately from Jesse was like just a natural feel for the water and just his hands and his ball handling. He, obviously is known as a defensive player, but spent a lot of time on his passing skills and his shooting skills, and he could shoot shots off the water that we don't see anymore, quick sweep shots out of center, both hands. It was really incredible, just the skill level.
He had the physical ability that no other players had. Really, he was one of the strongest players you'd ever seen. He'd had legs. He could hold up a equivalent of a motorcycle for a minute. I mean, he is really, when it comes down to water polo, one of the most powerful human beings in the water, and playing against him in college was a nightmare. And then playing with him on the national team was much better having him on my side.
He has such good balance. He has a wide base for his egg beater. He's a really strong guy to fight against, and I had to fight against him more than anybody else. We've gone, toe-to-toe a million times at practice and in games, playing professionally in Europe. I might owe him 1 or 2, actually, I think. But yeah, I understand Jesse. I know how strong he is, and as a person, how great he is.
Jesse's just such a big personality. He's always positive. There's always a smile on his face. He's super gracious to everyone he's with. We traveled together, national team a few times, and Jesse's just curious. And that curiosity translates into other countries' culture. He loves to explore other countries, their food, their drink, and understand them as a people. And he played in many places, so the few places that I traveled with Jesse, you can just sense the curiosity that he had in looking to explore these other countries and their culture. And that's part of the beauty of the enigma that is Jesse.
He was an essential piece to the 2008 Olympic team that brought home a silver medal. The next 8 years between Rio and Tokyo, he was an essential piece of the leadership that helped us rebuild. And I know that I can count on Jesse for his positivity and unique perspective. I know that I can count on him to have a laugh, even in the tough situations. One story I have about Jesse is, I think it was one of our last trainings before Tokyo, and I think about 3 or 4 guys attacked him, and he was blocking punches and swimming and spinning away, and he was completely fine. He finally gets back to us. He said, "See, I didn't hit anybody. I'm zen. I'm super zen right now." And just kind of it was one of the funnier things I remember from him.
I could count on Jesse on team trips to play the harmonica or to find something weird to do when everyone else was, going to get a pizza or something. He would have the harmonica out, play the guitar, play some Uno. He liked to play a lot of Uno back in those days. And yeah, he's an all-around good one.
Jesse's had a very successful career. as a player in water polo for Team USA, 5-time Olympian. He was the full package as a 2-meter defender because he could play amazing defense and had an amazing shot. And he also showed how important the 2-meter guard position is. That's one position that is usually the backbone of the defense. And Jesse showed, you know, if you have a dominant 2-meter guard, you can be very successful in the game. But he's also given back to the sport, and now is a very successful coach in Coronado, and is a big influence down there in that area, being a tremendous coach for the youth groups, also coaching at high school as well. And I think he's going to be a tremendous asset for USA Water Polo and our sport moving forward, teaching athletes how to play the game in the right way. And it's pretty incredible that he had such a long career in going to 5 Olympics, and that's because he took care of his body, he took his job seriously, and I think he's a great role model for the younger generation on how to play the game and make sure that you take care of business in and out of the water.
When I came into the national team, Jesse was a big leader from the start. You know, he's a 5-time Olympian and a really good friend of mine, and he showed me the way through his experience how to be a professional, and just a good human being.
I'm particularly proud of Jesse and his commitment to rebuilding the program at his former high school, Coronado. I think he's done a great job, and I think he's really committed and dedicated to developing and improving the lives of the kids in the area, as well as the commitment and dedication to the sport.
His impact on Coronado has lasted multiple generations. Every kid wanted to be the next Jesse Smith. You wanted to go play collegiately, you want to go play with the national team, you wanted to go play professionally. There's a Jesse Smith Day in Coronado, which is fun, and representing the United States in so many Olympics. And just growing up, you knew Jesse Smith. He continues to coach, recently got into coaching, and you see Jesse with 5-year-olds that are barely swimming with just so much energy and positivity. And that translates from those 5-year-olds that he's coaching all the way up to the high school age group that he's coaching. And the energy and passion and positivity that Jesse brings to the pool deck as a coach reflects those years he did representing the U.S. as a player.
Out of the water, he's one of the nicest people I know. You know, has an amazing family, an amazing wife, and so, you know, he's a dominant enforcer in the water, but out of the water, a very fun, loving guy that'll make you laugh, and a big family man.
What he was able to do at his peak as a center defender, I think you'd find many people that would argue it's unparalleled here. This is a no-brainer to recognize Jesse in this way with the Hall of Fame.
I'm incredibly grateful and honored to speak about Jesse. He's one of my favorite people and a very, very good friend. I know that he deserves this honor, and I'm super excited, super proud that you've been inducted into the USA Water Polo Hall of Fame.